All right, let's dive into something pretty awesome today. We're talking about a tool that gives your AI coding assistant a major upgrade. I mean, we're going beyond just writing code. We're talking about giving it the power to actually use your application.
So just picture it for a second. You're working with your favorite AI assistant. Could be Gemini, Copilot, whatever you use. It's amazing at spitting out code for functions and components, right? But what if it could take that next step? What if it could actually see the UI, click the buttons, and fill out the very forms it just helped you create?
And this slide, well, it really shows the night and day difference. On the left, you've got today's AI assistants. They're code-aware, sure. They get the logic, but when it comes to the front end, they're completely blind. But on the right, that's where we're headed. An AI that's both code and browser-aware. It has, for all intents and purposes, eyes and hands to actually use your site.
So this gets us to the core problem we're looking at today, what we can call the AI's blind spot. You can have the smartest coding agent in the world generate the most beautiful front-end code, but it has absolutely no way of knowing if that code actually works in a real browser.
Here's a super simple way to think about it. Your AI can whip up a perfect sign-up form, with all the right validation and styles, but it can't then go to the web page, type in a test email, click submit, and tell you if it actually worked. It's just flying blind.
Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we give our AI the vision it's missing? Well, that's where this new tool comes into play, and it's built for this exact purpose, to bridge that gap.
Say hello to chrome-devtools-mcp. So what is it? Put simply, it's a server that acts as a bridge between your AI assistant and a live Chrome browser. It uses something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Don't get too hung up on the name. Just think of it as the language that lets the AI send commands directly to the browser.
Really, the whole idea is as simple as this. When you install this tool, you're giving your AI the ability to see a web page, move a virtual mouse, and type on a virtual keyboard, all inside of Chrome. It can now interact with the web just like a person would.
So, what does this actually let you do? What can your AI do with these brand new senses? Okay, let's get to the really exciting part. Its new superpowers. First up is reliable automation, and I'm talking about pretty much any user action you can think of. Your AI can now click on things, fill out really complex forms, handle those pop-up alert boxes, upload files. It can even do tricky stuff like drag and drop elements. This is absolutely massive for automated testing. Next, you've got in-depth debugging. Because the AI is basically plugged right into DevTools, it gets access to everything a developer does. It can snap a screenshot to check for visual bugs, read the console logs to hunt down errors, run JavaScript directly on the page, and even watch the network traffic go by.
And finally, performance analysis. This is a big one. Your AI can basically become your new performance engineer. You can tell it to start a performance trace, navigate through a critical user flow, stop the trace, and then analyze the whole thing to give you real, actionable insights on how to speed up your site.
Okay, before we go any further, there's a really important disclaimer here. Because this tool gives an AI full access to a browser, you've got to be careful. You should absolutely avoid using it with any sensitive or personal information that you wouldn't want to share with whatever AI model or service you're hooked up to. Just be smart about it.
All right. With that in mind, you might be thinking this sounds incredibly powerful, but also kind of complicated. Well, the good news is you can actually get this thing up and running in just a few seconds.
Now really, it's this simple. All you have to do is go into the settings for your AI assistant, find the part that talks about MCP servers, and then just paste in the configuration. It's a couple of clicks and a copy-paste job. That's it.
And this right here is the magic command. The great thing about using NPX is that you don't even have to permanently install anything on your system. This command just fetches and runs the latest version of the server for you. It's clean, simple, and you're always on the latest version.
Now, the best part is that this isn't some niche tool that only works with one platform. It's built on an open protocol, which means it works with all the major AI coding assistants you're probably already using, from Gemini and Copilot to Claude and the JetBrains AI assistant.
So you're all set up. What's the first thing you should do? Try this simple prompt. Just ask your AI to check the performance of a website. If everything's working right, you'll see a Chrome window pop up and start running a performance trace. It's the perfect little Hello World test. Now that we've got the basics down, let's zoom out a little bit. This tool really opens the door to some fascinating possibilities for the future of how we build and test software.
Here's a pro tip for more advanced stuff. Instead of having the AI launch a fresh, clean browser every single time, you can actually tell it to connect to a Chrome instance you already have running. This is perfect for when you need to debug a live session or maybe handle a tricky login process yourself before handing the controls over to the AI.
You've basically got two ways to do this. The automatic connection is great for easily passing control back and forth between you and the AI. The manual connection is more of a power user feature. For those really restricted environments where the AI can't launch a browser on its own, so it has to connect to one you've already set up.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. This technology is about more than just automation. It's really about fundamentally changing how we collaborate with AI. So, the last question I want to leave you with is this. What new, complex, maybe even annoying problems are you going to solve when your AI can not only write the code, but can also see it, test it, and interact with the final result? The possibilities are really just starting to open up.